Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar. And the topic of the webinar is should you take a drop year for CLAT? And this is one of the very important topics because a lot of students are confused whether they should be putting up enough time to prepare for CLAT, or should they just go for the crash course, prepare for 45 days and then attempt the CLAT. Again, that there are a lot of different factors that affect a person with regards to whether they should put their invest their 1 year, or should they go for 45 days crash course. So Rishika, our speaker, who is from NLU Odisha, she's currently in the 5th year right now, and she'll be guiding you as to what are the options that you have and how you should be able to make a decision regarding the same. So I am Shravan. I am the MD at Manu Law Classes, and I graduated from Ramdas College. I did my BCom honors from there, and then I went to IE Business School. That's one of the top business schools in the globe. And we have a background. We are a lot of lawyers and judges are invested in Manu Law Classes because one of the co-founders of Manu Law Classes was my sister, who is currently posted in Delhi as a judge. And apart from that, we are also supported by a lot of government officers as well. So because of the kind of investment that they have made in Manu Law Classes in terms of mentoring a lot of students, it has really helped the students to get the kind of ranks that they deserve. I'm also a critical reasoning expert. I teach critical reasoning at Manu Law Classes, and I'm till date I have mentored thousands of candidates, not only for the examinations such as law, but also for management as well. So Manu Law Classes was established in 2014 and was one of the first in the country to introduce the one-on-one mentorship program, where every single student who is at Manu Law Classes is assigned a mentor, and that mentor is supposed to ensure that the student's performance throughout the year or throughout the number of days he's invested in the course is able to perform very well. And we got a lot of support from the parents also with regards to the mentorship program, and the program has been a success for us. In the past, we have given a lot of good ranks, all India ranks from 2016, 17, 18, 19, and 20. One of the persons who is mentioned in the success stories, his name is Dhulipala Sairam, the third one. This guy secured all India rank third a couple of years back. And we also have Trisha Bansal, who got into NLU Delhi with a very good rank. So a lot of students who have enrolled at Manu Law Classes or who had been part of Manu Law Classes, they are doing very well. One of them has also gone to pursue his JD at Yale University, and he's currently he's now shifted to the US, and now he's working there. He studied at Manu Law Classes a couple of years back, and he's doing very well for himself. So as of now, we have two courses that are open. One is the 1-year course, the other is the crash course. The 1-year course is for the people who want to have enough, they need to get enough amount of time to prepare for the CLAT. And we always recommend people to go for the 1-year course, because that way the kind of the knowledge he gains is much more comprehensive as compared to the crash course. But definitely for people who believe that yes, the crash course is something they can do and they can invest their time both in the board exams and also prepare for CLAT, they can go for the crash course. So the batches have already started. We are forming new batches every month. So if you miss the bus for the recent batch, you can always join 1 month later. So if you need to know more about the course, you can call at the number given below, which is 9971 444 054. One of our counselors will be there to help you out with the same. Now, I'll pass on the credit to Rishika, where she'll be speaking about whether you should be taking a 1-year drop for preparing for CLAT or not. Rishika, on to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Rishika. I am currently a 5th-year law student from National Law University, Odisha. So personally, I gave CLAT in 2016 as well as 2017. So I passed 12th in 2016, and then I took a year drop, and then I gave CLAT in 2017 and cracked CLAT. I got rank around 1000, and then I got placed at National Law University, Odisha. So let me first begin by talking about why NLU tag is important, or is it just a hype? So what is so special about NLUs? So NLUs are very specialized institutions. Because of this specialization, there are a lot of benefits that you get. which are as compared to traditional universities. For example, in NLUs, you get better placements, better exposures and guidance, better development of soft skills. And I say that because of the fact that everything in NLUs is student run with guidance from our teachers, our faculty, our administration. So when you do, and they support you as well with budget and everything. So when you organize things, when you contact highly qualified individuals personally, you gain a lot of exposure, you gain a lot of experience, which is why I say that NLU helps development of soft skills, leadership skills, logical skills, and everything around that. So now it is, in my opinion, top ranked private universities are equally good, which are specialized in terms of law. For example, there's Symbiosis, there's Jindal, there's Nirma. So which is why I mean, in terms of when you are going to look into which college you want to go into, you should look at their activities, at their faculty, at how immersed they are into law. So as for my experience at NLU, my college NLU Odisha has a very vibrant culture of mooting. So our seniors, our faculty has helped us a lot in, while we were preparing for moot, and moot is the single most important activity during a law school. So I got a lot of guidance from my seniors, especially from my seniors, and through which I have gained citations in two moods, and I've gone to a lot of places in India to participate in the same. So it was an amazing experience, and I've also got a lot of opportunities for networking. So in our college, we have a lot of webinars, seminars, programs, functions, tutorials, talks, everything happening. So, for example, the president of India came to our college to, give a lecture. So at NLUs, because the administration comprises of very highly qualified people, for example, members of BCI, the Advocate General of India, and people like that, which have a lot of connections. In NLUs, you get a lot of opportunities to meet such people and learn from them, and which is why an NLU tag is sometimes important in terms of the experience you get at that university. So as coming to the pertinent question here, that should you take a drop for CLAT or not? So according to me, a drop is worth it if you are planning to get into top tier or mid tier NLUs, and you're planning to put in that much effort to get into there. But if getting into top college is not important for you, and you are very sure about what you want to do in life in terms of if you want to give competitive exams or judiciary in the future, then NLU is, well, getting into a top NLU or a mid-tier NLU is not important. You can directly get into private institutions or traditional colleges of your choice and prepare accordingly, but only if you are 100% sure. Now, I would also just suggest to get into NLU just in the terms of exploring what you want to do in life. Then, as I said before, some private colleges are equally good. So the NLU tag is important when you go into placements in the law field. For example, getting into law firms or even government institutions. For example, getting clerkship into Supreme Court of India, and so getting the NLU tag will be helpful when you go for interviews in such places. Though in the end of the day, it is your own perseverance and initiative which will help you. So I'll talk about that later. First, getting into this question. In terms of getting into traditional universities versus NLU, NLU is obviously more important, but I would say that newer NLUs, which are not very well established as of yet, I would suggest that you do not go into them, and rather opt for traditional universities in major cities, such as GLC Mumbai or Delhi University, colleges in Delhi, because of the fact that even though these traditional universities may not provide you a lot of exposure in terms of what NLUs will provide you, the city itself, the major cities itself offers you a lot of opportunities and initiatives to intern, to gain a lot of experience and exposure. So in that sense, the city will come in handy to, make up for the opportunities that you lack from your university. And traditional universities also usually have a huge alumni base, which sometimes NLUs lack. For example, most NLUs are very newly founded. So, with the exception being NLS, NLUD, and top NLUs, of course. But these NLUs are, because they're newly founded, their alumni base are not that old. So traditional universities that do have an advantage there. But of course, in terms of experience, NLUs is always better. Then, if you want to work into litigation, or if you want to work into litigation, getting a traditional university in a major city or an NLU in a major city will be very helpful, because you will get to intern there through running internships. That is, interning during the time of your college life, not during your semester breaks. So that is also an important factor that you need to consider. But if you want to go into the corporate field of law, working for companies, for law firms, etc., then obviously NLU tag is more important. And most importantly, for getting placements, you will have to get a lot of good internships. And while getting internships, while applying for them, NLU tag comes in handy, of course. Then it is my personal opinion that during the gap year, which if you decide to take a gap year, while preparing, I would suggest that you stay enrolled in a university or a college of your choice, so that if CLAT does not unfortunately work out for you, then your year is not wasted and you can continue on with that degree. But if you are absolutely sure that you do not want to continue with that college, and if you are absolutely sure that you will be devoting 100% and enrolling to another university will in fact hamper your preparation, then of course focus only on CLAT preparation, and do not enroll into another educational institution. So also, it is my opinion that double drop is not worth it. You'll get a lot of opportunities in life to take a drop. For example, after you finish your LLB degree, you might take another year to think about what you want to do, or to think about to give competitive exams and stuff like that. So you have to, give yourself the space to take a drop then as well. So I would suggest to not take 2 year or 3 year drop just to prepare for CLAT, because in the end of the day, this is an undergraduate degree and you'll get a lot of opportunities for further education later in life, even if you do not get into NLU at this stage. Then I think that is it. If anyone wants to ask any questions, they may do so.
So basically, Rishika, you made a very good point. Let me cover whatever you said in a nutshell. So if anyone wants to prepare for any particular examination such as CLAT, they should take a drop only if they believe that they're able to get into a good NLU. Because if they are aiming for newer NLUs, then definitely they can just skip that. But uh, preparation, and we have to understand what are the pros and cons of taking a drop year in general. So that is definitely something that people should consider. And double drop is not worth it because, like you said, just an undergraduate degree, and the person, whatever university enrolls in, based upon the experience he gains there and the kind of work he's putting in, he can get experience through a lot of internships as well. So he can use that experience to get into the kind of field he's looking for. But taking two drops is something that people should avoid. So that is definitely there. And if anyone has any questions, I think they can ask Rishika right now.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
Ma'am, I am currently pursuing my master's from Banaras Hindu University. Ma'am, is there any chances after that can I go into CLAT and enroll myself in the law universities?
So if I may take this question, sir.
Yeah, please.
So there is no bar as to age right now for getting into CLAT undergraduate. So you can definitely opt for giving that degree again, but you have to understand that CLAT is an integrated course and you will have to do BA or BBA all over again. So rather than that, I would suggest that you go into LLM directly. So you have done masters in what field, Shripal?
Ma'am, I'm pursuing masters in political science.
Right. So if you're
Okay.
doing, Rishika, let me add one more thing to it. Sorry for interrupting. So if you basically want to go into the field of law, Shripad?
No, sir, I am actually preparing for civil services examination, but
Okay.
I have a very interesting interest in law, so that I ask.
So Shripad, basically, if you want to do law and since you're already doing your masters, so one of the only options that you have is going for a 3-year LLB degree that DU offers, and BHU also offers the same. And there are a lot of other private universities that also offers a 3-year program. So now you'll have to understand that since you've already done your bachelor's and you're doing your masters, is law is something that you are very curious about in a way that you actually want to do it, because investing, let's say, time in your bachelor's, then investing time in one master, then investing one more time in gaining a LLB degree, do you think it will help you in any way in the future career? Because it will be for 3 years, so you'll be blocking you 3 years for the same. What do you think, Shripad?
Sir, I don't think it should work.
No, no, I'm not discouraging you at all, but I'm just asking whether investing like additional 3 years apart from already being you have already pursued bachelor's and masters. Now you want to do.
Sir, I asked, ki, is there any necessity to continue the master's course in law that a bachelor's in law should be
Okay,
a
yeah, I
mandatory
understand
part
your
in it?
question. So yes, you before you do the LLM, you have to do the LLB first. You cannot do that without the same. You have to
Oh,
complete the LLB first,
okay,
because
sir.
LLM is built upon the LLB that you learn in the college. So you cannot do that without the same. It's a statutory requirement.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No, no issues. So I think we don't have any other questions. Sripad, if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll wrap up the webinar now.
No, sir. It's
Rishika, would you like to add anything to what Sripad, to what I suggested to Sripad, or do you think it's okay?
So I agree with you. Sorry for the confusion. I was trying to say that you should go for LLB directly, not this integrated course under CLAT.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay, great. So thank you, Rishika, for joining and all the questions that we had. And for people who would like to know more about law and the latest news in the legal field, they can follow our Telegram and YouTube channels, and that will definitely help them. So thank you and take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
thank you, ma'am.